They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Slot man moves right. First play, here's Cousins. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. First play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Akers back-to-back catches. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
The slot man in motion right.
Go ahead. Right side.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Addison will go in motion left. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say.
They will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Fields eluding the pressure right. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Go.
Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 47 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ball game.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Gun.
In motion right is Osborne. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Don't jump. Ready?
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
First. Gun.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Gun.
Osborne motions left.
Hey, we're good.
Now Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3. And they'll go on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Joseph's got it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
47-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now motion left with Mooney. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm watching. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Touchdown, Chicago! Equinemius St. Brown, 63 yards. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Gone.
In motion right is Addison. Cousins now to throw on first down. It got his man complete. Touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. He hit his first, now this from 43. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll go again here with Akers. A little juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and a couple.
Go.
Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Fournette, a first down carry. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. All right.
Fournette running wide side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Ken. All right.
Again, it's Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Foreman will try to pick it up. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Gun.
In motion right is Addison. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Go.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll run with Herbert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the extra.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
And the Vikings were really looking for a boost to their pass rush, and they targeted Marcus Davenport in free agency.
Here we go.
And right now, after plays like that, looks like a win-win for both sides.
Go.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Going right back to Akers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 9 yards that time.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and a yard.
Leave it, bring up 48.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Akers will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Bears 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Right.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go, son.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.